As twilight falls over Giga Texas, an almost spiritual vibration runs through the air, as if the factory itself were breathing. It's not the sound of old engines, nor the repetitive noises of outdated industrial lines. It's something deeper, something that pulsates like life. Beneath the colossal roof, illuminated by bands of cool, bluish light, the heart of innovation awakens. Every machine, every wire, every spark seems coordinated in an invisible choreography. And at the center of this living colossus rests a silhouette covered in metallic sheen, an outline the whole world has waited to see: the Tesla Model 2. For decades, the Tesla brand represented a distant, almost mythical future, reserved for the few who could afford tomorrow. Stylish, powerful, technological electric cars, always a step beyond what was possible. But tonight is different. Tonight, the future decides to change shape. It bends, adapts, approaches, democratizes. The model before the engineer's eyes is no longer a luxury item, but a promise. A way of telling the world that innovation can finally fit in everyone's hand. As the veil is removed with a smooth glide, the Model 2's body reveals itself as if emerging from an alchemical ritual. It gleams in layers of freshly cast aluminum, shaped by giga pressures that transform liquid metal into structural muscle. Giga-casting technology creates entire pieces in a single mechanical breath, abolishing the fragility of old joints. Where there were once hundreds of parts, now there is only one. Strength is born from simplicity. The car doesn't just look built, it looks sculpted. The design resembles an urban predator ready to pounce, an elegant fusion between the friendly silhouette of the Model Y and the geometric boldness of the Cybertruck. Lines that flow seamlessly, with a purity that defies automotive traditions. The body reflects the overhead lights as if it were alive, breathing, awaiting the moment to accelerate out of that industrial temple. A presence that intrigues, that calls, that promises something beyond the ordinary. Inside the vehicle, the world changes again. There are no unnecessary buttons, no distracting excesses. The cabin resembles a clean white portal, as if someone had removed the noise and left only the essence. A minimalist environment where every detail makes sense. The central panel floats serenely, emanating soft light, while the reduced steering wheel suggests direct control of the machine's soul. Silence fills the air like an invitation to introspection. But the real secret lies beneath the surface, where the new LMFP chemistry, lithium, manganese, iron, and phosphate, reorganizes everything we know about batteries. This combination not only reduces costs, but also increases energy output. It eliminates expensive metals, avoids volatile markets, and offers impressive thermal resilience. Far from the explosions of traditional ions, this technology is born stable, safe, and virtually unbreakable. A breakthrough that redefines what it means to make electricity accessible. This lightweight yet dense battery transforms stored energy into pure freedom. Its charge cycles are longer, its durability is superior, and its recharge rate defies expectations. It serves not only the car, it serves the driver. It makes the impossible logical, the distant near. In a world where autonomy means confidence, the LMFP delivers something even rarer: peace of mind. Meanwhile, silent figures walk among the machines. They are not human, but they are not just robots either. They are Optimus, the mechanical force Tesla created to work day and night without fatigue, without errors, without interruptions. Their joints move with almost organic smoothness, as if they were extensions of the factory itself. They carry parts, weld structures, adjust components. Each movement resembles a futuristic dance where metal and code meet. Elon Musk has always repeated that the great revolution is not in the car, but in the way it is made. Giga Texas is living proof of this. Here, the Model 2 is not born in disarray, but in harmony. Each module arrives ready to be fitted into the next. The process is not manufacturing, but conscious assembly, a system that seems more biological than mechanical, an industrial organism. The factory pulsates like a giant heart. The deep sound of the gigapresses blends with the soft hum of robotic arms. Lights blink to the rhythm of progress. It's like watching an invisible symphony, guided by algorithms that know exactly where each piece should go. Nothing is out of place. Nothing is random. Everything is synchronized. Everything is purposeful. Outside, observers gather in reverent silence. investors, engineers, journalists, curious onlookers. All eyes are fixed on the line where, for the first time, the completed prototype moves on its own. It glides as if touching the ground only by intention, not by weight. The silence is so profound it seems sacred. In the reflection of the industrial lamps, the car looks like a comet about to streak across the air. Then the headlights turn on. Not white, but in a thin, intense shade that cuts through the room like blades of light. The front logo shines in red, a red never used before, a symbol of renewal. Cameras explode with flashes, but no photograph can capture the shiver that runs down the spines of those present. It's a moment that belongs not only to technology, but to history. Elon Musk approaches with calm steps. His voice echoes with a clarity that cuts through space. "This isn't about luxury," he says. "It's about freedom." The words aren't a slogan, nor marketing. They sound like a statement, a conviction. Something that has had time to mature in the deepest corners of Tesla's dream. The Model 2 doesn't emerge as an alternative. It emerges as a manifesto, a silent rebellion against fossil fuels, against prohibitive prices, against the idea that innovation is for the few. It declares that everyone deserves efficiency, everyone deserves technology, everyone deserves clean mobility. This philosophy vibrates in every screw, every cell, every line of the body. Tesla's global strategy expands along with the car. Production in Giga Texas is just the beginning. Factories in Shanghai, Berlin, and possibly Mexico are expected to replicate the same radical efficiency model. Each line is adapted to supply not just markets, but entire communities. The goal is clear: manufacture close, deliver fast, constantly reinvent. This decentralization is not just logistical, it's social. Each region will have its soul embedded in the car it produces. Each local team adds its own invisible signature. Each city gains not just a factory, but an innovation organism that pulsates in unison with its economy. The magic of the LMFP battery makes this possible. By eliminating dependence on rare metals and volatile markets, Tesla creates its own independence. Costs fall, production scales up, sustainability becomes the standard. The electric world becomes less vulnerable, and the future ceases to be held hostage by geopolitics. In the factory's chemical laboratory, the precise addition of manganese redefines energy density, a microscopic detail that generates a gigantic impact. More autonomy, more efficiency, more possibilities. This is the kind of science that changes paradigms without the public initially realizing it. But sooner or later, everyone feels the difference. Imagine yourself sitting in this car. The minimalist interior amplifies the feeling of spaciousness. The absence of noise creates a bubble of serenity above the outside world, an almost spiritual sensation of floating movement. You touch the screen and it responds smoothly. You accelerate, and the car doesn't jump. It glides. It guides you forward with the confidence of something alive. In big cities, it's an ally. Small enough to weave through chaotic traffic, light enough to park in spaces that traditional cars wouldn't even attempt, but robust enough for long trips, steep climbs, and demanding routines. It adapts, responds, and understands your pace. In Europe, the hatchback design promises to redefine the compact standard. In China, its affordable price will bring entire families into the electric world. In the United States, it fills an essential gap, uniting cost and quality on a scale never before seen. It's a global vision shaped at every turn. Meanwhile, inside the factory, the work doesn't stop. The Optimus machines continue their metallic ballet, lifting parts with the precision of surgeons. Sensors read minute variations. Algorithms automatically readjust tolerances. Nothing escapes, nothing fails. It's the perfect synthesis of strength and intelligence. Tesla's philosophy has always been to seek extreme simplicity, and here, that philosophy reaches its purest form. Every detail that doesn't add value disappears. The result is an almost Zen-like object, where every form, every edge, every function has a purpose and a destiny. There are no superfluities, only essence. But the real power of the Model 2 goes beyond aesthetics and mechanics. It lies in the software, in the invisible brain that learns while you drive, in the living maps, the instant reactions, the predictions that anticipate risks before they even arise. It's the union of lean hardware with expansive intelligence. Every car is a student. Every kilometer is a lesson. Every driver becomes part of Tesla's collective mind. Dojo, the supercomputer, processes billions of scenarios every day. It refines every reflex, every protocol, every nuance of the autopilot. It's a constantly evolving intelligence, and the Model 2 is the messenger of this intelligence. It brings not only speed to the streets, but also learning. It evolves with the world, updates itself to reality, and grows alongside its drivers. In a way, it is the physical embodiment of the future of transportation. The big question is, how to deliver all this at such a low price? Tesla answers with absolute precision. Reduction of parts, automated processes, aggressive optimization, and affordable materials. It's the same principle that powers rockets and satellites, applied to everyday mobility. Just as SpaceX engineers eliminated complexities to make rockets reusable, Tesla engineers eliminated redundancies to make cars affordable. The same mind that thinks about Mars thinks about a $25,000 car. This convergence is what makes the impossible inevitable. Each screw tightens more than just metal. It tightens the commitment to making accessible what was once unattainable. Each weld joins more than just parts. It unites the past with the future of mobility. The Model 2 carries the heritage of an entire generation of innovation, distilled into a single product. For Elon Musk, this car is not just a financial achievement. It's a moral step. Technology only fulfills its purpose when it reaches everyone. The idea that innovation is for the few never made sense to him. The Model 2 embodies this belief. It makes ideals tangible. Musk's words echo again across the courtyard. When the cost of innovation decreases, civilization advances. People exchange silent glances. It's not an ordinary speech. It's a seed planted in the mind of everyone present, a promise of a more democratic future. On the assembly line, the process happens almost at biological speed. Raw material enters at one end, and a complete car emerges at the other. There are no bottlenecks. There are no waits. Everything flows as if the factory had a will of its own, as if it were alive. The Optimus primes continue working tirelessly. Their eyes illuminate panels, reflect surfaces, calculate movements. They are the bridge between concept and realization, between the human dream and perfect execution. The visible form of Musk's vision. Every revolution needs an icon. Model S showed what was possible. Model 3 made it commonplace. Model 2 will be the symbol of universalization, and like every true symbol, it transcends its own purpose. It represents a global cultural shift. On the streets, the first test units cross horizons. Newspapers publish headlines. Analysts debate. Consumers dream. But none of that compares to the real feeling of seeing it advance, silent, confident, as if affirming that the future is not far away. It's here. The vision of an affordable, smart, and sustainable car is no longer fiction. It exists in physical form, ready to roll, ready to inspire, ready to transform. A ray of the future crossing the present. As the sun rises, reflecting off the roof of the newly rolled-off Model 2, something shifts in the atmosphere. It's not just a new car that emerges. It's a new paradigm, a new way of thinking, consuming, moving, and existing, a new era of mobility. The first few kilometers of this prototype are more than just tests. They are statements. The world watches with a mixture of skepticism and hope. The inevitable question hanging in the air is, will Tesla be able to deliver all this for just $25,000? The answer shines on the asphalt. Yes. And when he speeds down the Giga Texas track, he leaves behind only silence and wind. But he carries ahead of him something much greater. The belief that innovation belongs to everyone. The belief that it is possible to change the world with speed, purpose, and courage. Every movement of this nascent car is a story being written. A story of engineering, of vision, of persistence. A story that doesn't end here. It begins here. The Model 2 is the starting point for a new global automotive landscape. And so, while the factory continues to operate and the world awakens to this revelation, only one certainty remains. This is the spark that will change everything. This is the dawn of a silent, compact, accessible, and relentless revolution. A revolution that fits in a garage. The Tesla Model 2 is not just a car. It's living proof that the future can be shaped without exclusion, without limits, without financial barriers. It represents humanity's definitive entry into an era where technology, sustainability, and accessibility go hand in hand. The history of mobility is being rewritten before our eyes, and every detail of this vehicle announces that the impossible is becoming commonplace. If you want to follow every step of this revolution, every new development about the Model 2, every advancement in LMFP batteries, Optimus robots, and the artificial intelligence that is transforming the world, subscribe to the channel now. Join the community that lives the future before it happens. Tomorrow has already begun, and you deserve to be a part of it.